Hi friends, welcome back to my crafty desk. Sandra here at Blossom and Inspire, and we are on, I don't know which episode of this or part, but I'm still working on the super fun little flip out, the folio little tag holder thingamajiggers, and I've got some measurements figured out, and I got one cut down to make sure I knew what I was doing, and I have some insane notes that I know for sure I would not be able to follow after the fact. So I'm going to get everything cut down now and do my best to explain how I figured out my measurements. You may have a better way to have better scraps at the end, but to get my tags out of one 12 by 12 sheet that I had to pull out another one, I ended up with these for my scraps. And I was trying to be mindful on my cuts so that I would have my scraps in shapes and sizes that were usable for other types of cards and tags and things like that. At one point, I almost cut it down and I would have had just one really skinny strip, which, yeah, it can be used, but I don't think I think they end up in, I have a giant stack of stuff like that. I think these are going to be more usable. So I will show you my cuts, so how I got to have these shapes at the very end of the entire thing and why I chose to go this way. I'll try my best to explain that to you. So let me grab, I did one set. So I'm doing one set of 3 at a time. So if you remember from the other videos, if not, I can, you can watch them. I'll try to link at least the latest video of this on in the description box. So what I did is I use, it's a one sheet wonder, 12 by 12 one sheet wonder, and I wanted to intermingle it, so I did 3 one sheet wonders at one time so that I can intermingle them. So each one is a one sheet wonder, but it uses 3 12 by 12s. All right. And what I decided on this set was I wanted to create the tags. Where is my thing? I should have something over here. Oh, yes. So I wanted to still stay within that. So what I did is I turned them all over and I went through my paper pad and I pulled out one more of each one of these. So now they have become a 2-sheet wonder if you want to incorporate the tags into it. I mean, you can always do extra and more, of course, but I'm trying to stay within this thing. So I decided, okay, this is my front, so I made that my tags. And then this one, I decided I wanted to pull, I used that color here to be my tag holder, so I wanted to pull that color to the front, so I have it right there. And then this one, I will have, I believe, 2 pieces of that in there. So this is where this is the one I made the booklet, but it's covered up right here. This is going to be my big tag in the back, so it just kind of keeps going, but it's going to be, cut, so you'll see how it cuts through. And then also on the side here, it'll be that color. You can do it any way you want. I did it for this pack like that. And then when I did that, that's what left me with these pieces right here. Those little noises that you heard right there for my makeshift kitchen, that you heard just now, that are for my makeshift kitchen. I know that Jason's waking up pretty soon. So I got the coffee water going for him, and that beep was letting me know that it's done. So, it's just those little things that you do for the love of your life. They are the things that make life more special. There he walked in, I didn't even hear him come down the stairs. He's just smiling at me. He knows I love him. I think he does. I hope he does. Anyways, so I went through my packs of papers and I pulled out my sheets. So let me go backwards just a moment and show you what I did. Let's see. I'm just going to leave this right here and I'm just going to stack on top, I think would be the best thing. So what I did with this paper pack right here, this is the one where I had 2 very plain, I'll turn them to the back side, 2 very plain, 3, what's going on here? Oh, 2 very plain papers and then 1 floral, and I almost switched it out and I was like, nope, I'm going to go with it. I just want to see what happens. And so I decided that I wasn't going to pull one of each of these because it would just continue to be super plain in my view. So I wanted to add a little bit more punch of color, but even with that, I don't want to be too wild about it. I still need to pull one more sheet out of my book, But what I did is I decided to go florally, but still subdued somewhat, like not too wild, just to stay within that same theme of being plain, a plain Jane. Then it gives me lots of room to play with, right? So I have those two for this one. I still need to pick one more. But before I did that, I needed to choose the rest of them because I pulled 3 sets of 3 out of this paper pad. So I need to make sure I get my other ones if that's the way I want to go. All right. Okay. Hope that makes sense, my friends. And then, let's see. So I still have to do that one. And I already did this one right here. And I did this one the same exact way, I believe, yes, as this one where I pulled one of each one. So there's this one. Those are the 3 prints. And then here are the 3 prints. Does that make sense? And then I'm going to cut one down with you so that so I can show you that I'm saying what I mean and mean what I say, but also see if I remember, if I can even follow my directions. Feel free to write your directions down if you are following this and like what I'm doing. Write your directions down in a way that makes more sense to you if mine do not, because mine are a little wild. Then I had another set of these. I did the same thing. I pulled one of each one that I use. So I have that one to do, that one to do. And then I have this one to finish. So that's going to go here. We'll probably go ahead and cut this one first. I'm going to set that there. And then this one is the first one. Pardon me. Pardon my frogs, ribbit. Why do we call them frogs? I don't know. It doesn't sound like a frog. I don't know what it sounds like, but okay. Back to this. These ones right here that I did, I really love this paper. I love this craft. I love the feel of it. I love everything about this. But this was the first one I think that I pulled out to chop down. Yes. And so I pulled different papers. I didn't follow this. I still can. I feel like this one is also in the same thing where it's kind of, I mean, it's got design, but it's very plain. It's very neutral, right? So I haven't fully decided yet if I'm going to stay neutral on this or if I'm going to do this. I'm leaning more towards this. I feel like the only thing is I'm not going to be able to cut them, I think, the same way. I don't know. Maybe I will. But I like these pieces with these doilies. I thought they fit really nice with this. Now, this paper pad also had those glittery pieces, but I don't want glitter. I don't want to play with glitter in this. I'm not feeling it for these pieces. So, but see, I like that piece, and I like this piece, and I like this piece and that piece. Like, I feel like if I can figure out how to do this, I think I have 3 of these, and maybe I'll just do all 3 the same. They have all the right colors. They came from the same paper pad. So I'm going to try this one first to see how it works. But if I don't agree, if my eyeballs don't agree with everything, if I'm not totally feeling it, I have this one too. Now, this one I find difficult for myself to cut out because I struggle with, like, where do I make my cuts? I don't mind half a butterfly, but I have to have enough of the butterfly. I don't want just the tip. You know, I got to have half or the whole thing. Just the tip does not do it for me. And so just like right here, like, it just, I don't know. I feel like, you know what? I'm already struggling with this. I'm going to pull this one. I'm not using that. I just can't do it. Here's another one that's kind of plain, but also offers me that same neutral part. And I felt like these two would play really well together with an intermingle in there. And they have all the same colors. So I do like those. And then this one I thought was kind of fun because I do have 3 of these. Now, although I'm not doing anything like this is super cute to me. I did measure this. So for the tall tag, 4 inches, I will have room, and then it's 8 inches tall. So it can go all the way down, or I would probably bring it up because I'm going to cut that tag slanted, and then I can do a little thing in there. But 8 inches, and I can get this whole piece on a tag. So, but it wouldn't be this whole word, which that's fine. That doesn't bother me. I kind of like that. Just for a little added something. The only thing is it has the black. So. I can always add a little black lace to this maybe, or I can use this side right over here to bring in that black. Yeah, that could work. Or I can save this for a whole nother one. I just don't know. This just has so many options that I love. And I feel like this is one of those papers in my paper pad that I just really love so much. So I'm terrified to cut it up because what if something comes up and I want to do something? What if, what if, what if? But yeah, if I keep living in that world, then I need to buy a whole nother house to store my stuff. That's not happening. So let me explain really quick how I did my cuts, and then we will go on to making the cuts, if you're interested. All right, so I took my 12 by 12 paper. Let me move those over to the side. I took my 12 by 12 and I cut it to a 10 by 12. And then I took that 10 by 12 and I cut it to a 6 by 12. And then I took that and I used my, so 12 by 12, cut to a 10 by 12, then cut that 10 by 12 to a 6 by 12. All right. So when that piece that I cut off to get the 10 by 12 left me a 2 by 12, and that's where I made the three small tags. Then the 6 by 12, I used that to cut off my, to cut it to a 4 by 12 piece off. Goodness gracious. I missed a step here. So that 4 by 12 is where I got my 8 by 4 tag, which left me the 4 by 4 card. Okay. And then that gave me my big tag. Then I took what was left from my 6 by 12, 4 by 12, which would be I'm not really sure. We're going to have to just cut this. See, this is where I got lost in my math here. But I used my 6 by 12. Oh, yes. So 6 by 12 and 4 by 12. So the 6 by 12, goodness gracious, Sandra. I cut my 10 by 12 to a 6 by 12, which left me a 4 by 12 and a 6 by 12. My 4 by 12, I created the 8 by 4 tag, left me a 4 by 4 piece left over. The 6 by 12, I used down here to create my 5 1/4 tag, journal card, and my 5 1/4 by 3 3/4, and my 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. And by doing those cuts, those left me with these pieces right here. So now that probably doesn't make any sense at all, let's get to it. So I'm going to keep this over here to the side. Let's just see if we can do this. Maybe I should look in my pack to make sure I have one, whichever one. I think I have another one of these in my thing, so let's start with this one. Now, there's blossoms everywhere, and I know I'm going to take my first cut is going to cut for my small tags, and then my next cut is going to break down the pieces for my big tag, and then those other ones. So I want to this one I want to look at my flowers to see where it is, where I'm at. So I need 3 little tags that measure, 3 little tags that measure, this also left me, depending on where my places are, I might have a couple little pieces left over. So I want 2 inches wide by 3.5 inches tall. So the best use of my paper, I felt, was to cut it by 2 inches, and then I was able to get my 3 tags this way. But looking at my big scraps that I have, if I needed to go the other way, I feel like I could do that. But I don't think I want to do that. Let me see that way. Let me see this way. And then my tags. See, this is pretty giant for like those florals. So now I'm wondering, maybe I should cut my, I can always go backwards. I can cut my 10, look at my 10 by 12. Let's do it that way instead. Let's go look at 10 by 12 first. And, because that'll still give me the 2, but I guess I could have looked at it this way. See, I don't really know what I'm doing. Let's figure this out. I want to look at my flowers, and I'm overthinking it. But for my big tag, I really want a big blossom on there. So maybe I will do it this way. And I know my big tag is going to be 8 by 4, and I'm going to cut it off the 4 by 12 sheet. So maybe I do that. Go here, because I know I'm going to get a 4 by 12. Okay. Sorry, friends. I'm going backwards. I'm going to cut my 4 by 12 off first, because I know I'm going to have one. And then I'm going to cut I'm going to have a 6 by 12 and a 2 by 12. So I guess those are the main measurements that I need to be aware of. So if there's my 2, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut my 2 right here. I have lots of little colors in here. So hope for the best here. 2 by 12, and then this should be a 6 by 12, right? Yeah, okay. Just went a little backwards there. So I got my 3 cuts. And now I'm going to take this one right here to get my tags. So on here, on the other one, these are all going to be a little bit different because of where the flowers lie, but they're all going to have the same color. So I just have to decide what do I want, and I want 3 of these to be 3.5 tall. So I'm going to start on this end because I like all this color in here. So I have one there, and then I just kind of look and see, do I want all of that, because this is going to be all black, or do I want to go 3.5 and 3.5 is 7. I can go like, yeah, I kind of like, I'm going to go this way so I can get a lot of black on this one. Okay. See what I'm saying there? And then this one, I have to just decide, where do I want for my extra piece left over? Do I want lots of orange down there, or do I want lots of white? Because those are my scraps. I'm worried about my scraps. I want to make sure it's something that I'll use. I like this piece better. So I'm going to cut it this way. All right. There's my little scrap now. This is the one that I didn't show you. This is those 2 little pieces. I cut them that way because of where I wanted the cut to land. So that's my first scrap. Here's my tags. And then, let's see. The next thing I'm going to cut is I took my 6 by 12 and I cut my, my 10 by, oh my gosh, my 10 by 12. Took the 2 by 12, cut those, and now I'm going to cut my tag, my 8 by 4. It's this one right here. I'm going to cut 4 by 12. I'm going to cut my 8 by 4 tag. Goodness gracious. So I already have it by 4 inches. I'm going to cut this to the 8 mark right there because I want this big blossom on there. And whoops, 8. I think that's what I want. Well, I said it. I meant it. And this is a super cute scrap right here, my 4 by 4 piece. So that's my scraps. So I'm having adorable scraps. I'm loving that. Now I need to make my, let me see, what was I doing? So I took my papers, and how was I putting these in here? If it was, so if the front flap is the paper, that's this one right here. So this is the front flap. Then my tags are gonna go into these spots right here, which they're still tight right now. I have to take I did a lot of gluing. So I'll take my bone folder and I'll just kind of go through here, and then my tags will go into these spots like that, like so. And once they're cut down and all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna put all of these there for just a minute, or in here. And then my big tag will go in this back one. That's how I'm doing it. So I know that's gonna go there. And then I believe there's also the tag is going to go right here, and then right here. I still need to do something on that one. And then this one doesn't have anything, does it? No, I'm getting all mixed up. Let's just keep going forward. So then I took this one and I needed to cut a 4. I need to cut, so I made my tags, that tag, those little tags, and I made the big tag. Now I need to make these 2 tags. This is the journal card and this is the little tag. And I believe, this is where I was saying where I could have ended up with like a little strip, because I could have cut it like the 4 1/4 or 5 1/4 like this, and I would have this little strip. So I spun my paper this way. And who did I cut first? I think it's on my note. I think I made the 5 1/4 one first. So if I do 5 1/4 that way, I'm getting confused, sorry. So we have that scrap taken care of, and we have that scrap taken care of. See, this is why I can't do tutorials. But I did switch things up. I should have just kept moving forward. All right, so we did those ones and those ones. For these scraps, there we go. I'm up to there. And then I'm going to end up with these. So I feel like this was the end of that one. This is probably right there. And then this, I have no idea where this came from. So let's see. Yeah. Time out. Time out. Where's my note? Time out. Okay. I need to make a 5 1/4 by 3 3/4. So 5 1/4, if I cut this one right there, 1, 2, 3 3/4, that would leave that. Okay, that's what I did. So I'm gonna now, so I spun this around and I take this to 5 1/4-ish. And I'm just gonna do that. 5 1/4, move that down, spin this around, and then 3 3/4. So here's where I just need to decide where I wanna put my cut. I kind of want to have a little bit more white. Let me see if it works better this way. 3 3/4. Yeah, just a little bit more white on to bounce some light in there. Okay, then I have, here's my scrap. That one's done. And then this one over here is done. This is this card right here. So I've got that one. We put that in my stack over here. Now I need to work on this little card here, which is a 4 1/4 and 3 1/4. And I can't use those because one's 4 by 4 and then one is, you know, whatever, it's not big enough. So this one is my 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So really, I mean, depending on what my print is or what it is that I'm after, what I'm just trying to get things organized over here. What it is that I'm after, my scrappy pieces may be different than these two. And so let's see, this is going to be a tag, and it's going to be 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So it's going to be 4 1/4 tall, 4 1/4 tall by 3 1/4 wide. So let's do 3 1/4 wide, like that, because I can always cut it down. That's pretty. I like that. 3 1/4 wide, and then 4 1/4 tall. Yeah, let's just do that. 3 1/4 wide. Okay, and then this is how I got. Oh, see, I cut it the other way first. So I switched up my scrappy pieces. That's okay. That's what happens. 3 1/4, and then 4 1/4 tall. Kind of like that. And then I have another piece of white at the top as well, although that's going to be cut. So maybe do it this way, 4 1/4, and then I don't have any white on it yet. I think, yeah. Okay, I'm going to do it this way. And 4 1/4 tall. Okay, so my scraps turned out just slightly different, but that's okay. That is okay. Whoops. But I have wonderful shapes in my scraps, so I'm pretty excited about that. Now these are my things. So now with all of those pieces, I need to create these little tags, right? All of these pieces. 3 of those and 1 of each of these. And then I have plenty of stuff over there if I want to use those to make my little tabs. So I got myself all mixed up. Let me take everything that I put in these out because I want to show you what I did. Okay, there we go. There's that, and that. So then I took my papers here, and I still have to do all the cutting, the trimming, like rounding my corners, which makes it so much easier to get them into these things. I still have to do all of that, and my cute little punches for the tops. So these will go in here because I decided to use the flap so that when you open it, then you have this print right here, and you have them showing here. So you still have all three colors or papers that you can see them when you open this. Then when you close it up, I wanted to bring this brightness over to here. So see, is that in the right spot? I don't know. I already put that one in there. I have to pay attention to what's going on. So this is the first color that I did, and I used the background color to put there. So that means this background color is what's going to be the big tag on that one. That leaves only this one left. So this background color, where I make the thing, will be this one. This big tag here. You can do it any way you want. This is just kind of the method I'm using to put these ones together. And then I have my little card, and I So this one I already did. So I used the part that I made the tag holder to be the front card. So that means this one would go right here because I have my tag holder right there. So this is going to be this tag right here. So that I'm still like layering up my colors. Does that make sense? And I like that. I like the way that's playing. Then my inside card, where did I put this one? I put it over here on this one. I was kind of, this one may change course. I don't know. I decided to use the outside piece, if that's the outside one, then to put my journal card in that one as well. Same thing as the large tag. They kind of both went hand in hand. So that's the way it's going right now. These may change. It just depends. And they will have like a little tab on it that pops them out a little bit. I haven't fully committed. I didn't want this to be the same one as what's in here. I didn't want that to be the same thing, but it doesn't, I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just that I have the tags there already. So I don't think I would want to do that. This one, the other thing I thought about is I have this tag in here and then this tag here, and it's on the same pocket. So that may, you know, I think I actually kind of like that one better. So if that's the case, and that's the case, then that means this one goes over here. Yeah, I think I like that one better. All right, now I have one more sheet to cut. Let's get that one cut really quick and see if it does the same thing. Now this one's gonna be a little easier because I don't have so many flowers that are distracting me with all that beauty. I mean, I have a lot of flowers, but they're all the same kind of thing. So I'm gonna start from my little sheet here. So I'm gonna cut my 12 by 12 to a 10 by 12. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. 10 by 12, which actually, let me go this way. I cut it, so I have a 10 by 12 and a 2 by 12. So I'm gonna take my 2-inch, oh, my little blade is scratching up my paper. Okay, 2 by 12. So let me get it in the 2 mark, 2, and come on, pay attention to how you're putting your paper in there. So I have my 2, set that down here. And this is really how I did the first one. I just did one thing at a time, which is probably better for me to do. And I need 3 of these. This is the 3.5 by 2, so now I need my 3.5 sizes. So I have 1, 2, and 3. Should have started off with this one, my friends. I was like, oh my gosh, am I doing 3 1/4 or 3.5? Hello. Hello. And then I have this one little scrap. So I have my scrap, I'll put that there. And I have my 3 little tags. I'll put these right here. See, like that. So I see what I'm doing. Now I have a 10 by 12, which I need to cut off my 4 by 12 to make my giant tag. So I'm gonna take this back in here. And I want it to be 4 by 12. You can also, depending on your paper, I mean, there's enough, you can go this way, but I didn't want to do that. I want the 4 by 12. And that'll leave me with a 6 by 12. Whoops, whoopsie whoops. Okay, so I'll put that over to the side. And now I'm gonna take this and cut it to my 8 by 12. This is for my large tag in the back. Whoops, come on, whoops, 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 all these whoopses. All right, I have my 4 by 4 scrap right there. And then I have my giant tag right here. All right, now I have, I'm gonna make this one. This is 5 1/4 by 3 1/4. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it this way, 5. Now I did this backwards last time too, so I think 5 1/4. I'll go ahead and just do it this way, 5 1/4. Either way, it gave me a nice cut, scraps and everything. So 5 1/4 here, taking that one down, and then we're gonna go 3 1/4 this way. And all right, 3 3/4, Sandra, 5 1/4 and 3 3/4. I'm learning to double check. Look at my measurements here, 3 3/4. And then I have this scrap right here. And then I have this piece right here. Okay. And now I want to make my tag. Doesn't this seem a lot more easier? What was I doing? What was she up to? Now this one, if I don't want to have too many small pieces, I need to pay attention to what I'm doing. So I can go 4 1/4 cut. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to slam that. I mean, I guess I kind of did since I did it. If I do the 4 3/4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, this is 6, or I can do the 3 1/4. Oh, wait, no, 3 1/4 is the width. So I can cut that first, and then I can cut that one down. And then I'll have a bigger piece over here. Or I can cut this 4 1/4, and then I can cut my 3 3/4 wide. And then I'll have a skinnier piece and a longer piece. What to do? Let me do the 3 1/4 this time. I think I did it the other way last time. I don't remember. It's gonna work. I do have another sheet of this, I think. So 3 3/4, and then I can go tall wise, and then I have this big thing, right? Right? Am I right? Can't go back now. So, and then we're gonna go 4 1/4, 4 1/4. Yes, 4 1/4. And then I have these 2 scraps right here. So I kind of like that better if I can do that, just to give me a bigger piece to utilize here. But isn't that awesome? I mean, I can make a whole thing with this stuff right here. So those are my scraps. And then there's that. And then I put that away. And then I just take all of these, and I'll get them all trimmed down and put them where they go. So let's put them in these spots here real fast. Goodness gracious, girl. Put those all over there for a minute. And then we'll lay these out. And there's one more I need to do a stretch with. These little things. Let's stretch these out. Just so I can get them in there. Because I don't have the corners rounded yet or anything. Okay. So I already know, because they're going to be in the last spots, right? This is the last paper to go in here. That one, and that one, and that one. So I think all total I've made, I think I had the count wrong last time, because I think the total is going to be like 19. That's including my little sample piece that I made for myself. So this is going to go into the last one standing here without a thing in there. Yeah, this one. And then we can really see if we like this setup before I cut the rest of them down. I think I do. They are super matchy, but you know, I don't mind matchy. There's a time when I like it, and there's for some things, and some things I want more mixed up. So, but I do like it on, and I will say on these papers, some of them I needed them to be really matchy, like this piece here, because I was struggling trying to match the colors, and I thought, why make it hard on myself when I can be easy? Let's be easy. Okay, we'll put that in there, and we'll put this one right here. Yeah, I like that better. I like these two to be the same thing. 1, 2, 3, those colors. And then we have this piece right here, 1, 2, 3. We have that one. And then this one right here, we only see it two shots of it. But honestly, like when you turn it over, I feel like that's the third piece. We just have to turn it over to get there. All right, so there I have it. There we go. We have that set is semi together. I still have to do all the trimming, but I'm going to do all of them and get them to that point, and then I'll move forward. So right now, these are all my super cool scraps from this paper pad. Isn't that pretty? Like, there's so many things we can do with that. I can use these to make my little things out here. I'll probably will do something. And honestly, that might be a good place to put, you know, this point of 3 that I've been like playing around with. That might be the spot for it, is right there on that thing. You know what I mean? Like this would be the tab. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'll make a tab with each color, and then I'll see where they look best at. So there's that set, and I'm going to put its clip on there. And then these are my scraps, which will go in another little area. Put that back in my basket. And then let's do this one. I still needed to pull the papers, I believe. So let's see what we have in here if we're going to pull all 3. This one also is semi-plain, you know, like when you turn it over. It's got 2 solid colors and then a big floral color. So I just don't 100% know if I want to pull those 3 colors. But let's just take a look and see what we have to play with. So I have that for the other one. I don't think I want it for this one. So I have that sheet there. One. I can also just do a different colors on this one as well. Maybe I will do that. This one would be pretty on there. It pulls in all those colors and it gives me the big giant blossoms. So that's a good one. I like that. And I have 2 of them left because I used this on the other more kind of plainer one. That's very plain. That's pretty plain. And then I have these, I mean, they have more color in them, but they have this brightness. And I kind of liked this one also. More for this one, I think, than this one. So there's this set, and then there's this set. I mean, I guess it's okay on this. But see, this is okay where I like this. Okay. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay, let me turn them this way. Let's see what's going on. All right, so let me go in the front here. We have 1 there. Okay, and now, so we're going wild. Doesn't mean I'm not gonna match one of these. I mean, I still might. I don't know. I don't know yet. I have this one also for the other one. Same thing. Like, I don't think it's gonna really. I don't think it's what I want. I think I want something that has multiple colors. Let's see if I can find 3. This one does, but yeah. I mean, I feel like these are like these could almost look like. Never mind. Never mind. I don't know what I'm thinking. Apparently, this is not my favorite print to use because I have all 3 of them still in my book. And what's really funny about that is a lot of times I end up really loving that. Now, I decided not to do the all orange with these ones because I don't feel like it really has any orange. This is mostly like pink and yellow and like kind of like a little bit of a, I guess, peachy kind of color, but it's not orange. However, this does pull that orange in, and even though it's solid, I think it'll be really pretty. Okay, yeah, we'll go for that one. Ooh, okay, but hold on. But I do have that. Okay, yes, I like this. Let's do this one, and then we're just going to be super wild over here. I think this one too. Yeah, you think? It's got the orange. Yeah, let's just do it. Ooh, getting all kinds of wild. I like it. And I like this print. So there's that one. I still haven't pulled the finished pulling. I still need to pull one more paper for the other one, and I just don't know what to do. Let's just look at it really quick while I have it out. Well, I did have it out. Why have it out? Let's just look really quick and see where we're at. So these are the pictures. These are the colors. And then I pulled this one right here, which, like, again, it's going to be super subdued. I like this one because it's got more variation in that color. This has some white. I think it fits really well with this. And anything's going to fit with that, I feel like. So there we go. Whoa. Keep it together, girls. Okay. And then when you turn them around, so if you want to see like that, like, I think that's pretty, both of these. So there's that one. You know, there's that one. I like this one for sure. Absolutely. This one, I mean, I feel like they're kind of competing. So like on the same page, I don't know if I'm going to love them. I'm going to pull this one out for just a moment. And like I said, this is more of a peachy, I mean, I guess it's a very light orange. It's not super orange. So let's keep moving through this pad again. We need 2 papers for sure. So that was the one. I don't want that. I mean, I don't know. Actually, that one could work, couldn't it? And that's a contender because, let me pull it out just in case. That might bring in those other blossoms. And it's all the same paper pad, so it's going to be pretty no matter what. I just keep doing this. Back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, I really do like it. I think it grabs all these pretty muted tones. I mean, I won't know until I know. And no matter how I cut them, I feel like all those tag shapes, no matter what, it's going to be really pretty, whether I use them with this or I have to pull them to do them with somewhere else. All right, now we need another one. I felt like if I was going to do one of these prints, it would be this one. But I don't think I'm going to do it since I'm doing those 2 different. There's that one. Not super excited about that one for these because I feel like I'm pretty much doing the same thing there. No. And I did like this one before for this one also, but then I was thinking about that orange, but since I'm pulling that orange in here, I think that's the one. I think it is. Isn't that funny? I really didn't think that was the way I was going to go. I'm so glad you guys are here with me, helping me talk my way through this, because that took a totally different turn than what I was thinking. But just to double check, yeah, I just don't think I'm going to use, I don't think I'm going to use this one. I got to figure out something to do with that paper because I really like this one. So I'm glad we're using it. And yeah, I think this one's better than this one. Okay, done. It's all done. I'm going to put this one back. And I'm also trying to go through my paper pads and put them back in the spots where they come from so that I know how many sheets I have. Because I have a really bad habit of taking all my loose sheets and just putting them in the front of my books. Do you know what I mean? So like everything's torn out, I just put it in the front, and then I have like maybe one or two, and then I have one back here, and then maybe I want 2 sheets, and I think I only have one because I see only one back in here. Anyways, there's all that. It's a lot of nonsense. Okay, let's get these all cut, and then we'll find the placements, because we don't really care how they, I mean, we care, but we don't care how they're cut. Does that make sense? So this one is kind of directional, isn't it? Because they're either going to go that way or they're going to go that way. So we'll pay attention to that. Let's do this one first. This one I don't really think it's going to matter. So let's go get the 2 inches off first. We'll go here, 2-inch cut on this one. Thanks for kind of hanging out with me, my friends. I know I'm not really chatting about stories or anything. I'm just like trying to cut these things down. Did I do that at 2 inches? Okay, yes. So I have my 2 inches there. And then, and I think, so look at my tags. I think I want these to go up and down for my little tags. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my 2 inch here for this one. Right? Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, 2 inches there. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut this one for my 2 inches. Now this one is kind of directional, so I need to really pay attention to what it is that I want out of this. So if I cut it this way, 2 inches this way, then my tags are going this way. So if I want my tags to go this way, then maybe I should cut that 2 inch or this side of my 2 inch. Yeah, I'm going to do this side right here. So 2 inches. Sorry about my sniffles. I know that probably, sometimes I'm like, oh no, there's so many sniffles on the video, but I'm still recovering. And I try to catch them when I do some editing, but it doesn't always work out that way. And let's see. So I've got all my 2 inches. Now let's go and do the other one. Now what I want to do is I want to cut my 10 by 12 that I have left. I want to cut it down to be a 6 by 12 and a 4 by 12. Keeping in mind that my 4 by 12 is going to create my 8 by 4 large tag. And that's what my biggest focus is first. So I'm going to cut this down to a, like I said, this is now a 10 by 12. I need it to be 6 by 12 and a 4 by 12. But my focus is on the 4 by 12 right now. So 4 by 12, I like that, but I really like this bundle of flowers right here. You see? Let me try it this way. Okay, 4. See where that lands? Yeah, okay. I'm feeling it there. So this one, when I cut this down to be that 8 by 4 tag, it's going to leave me a 4 by 4 square. However, because I really want this bundle, I can cut that wherever I want. I just got to create my 8 by 4 tag. So my scraps might be slightly different with this one. So I have that, and then let's see where my 8 lands me if I just go that way, like that. I want the bundle. So I'm going to go ahead and move it down because I'm going to cut the edges. So I'm going to cut this angled, and I really want the blossoms on there. I don't care if it cuts a little bit into the blossom, you know, because that's kind of nice to see that the paper flows. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that down there. And now I can do my 8 on this side. Look at me pulling it together a little bit. Okay. Now I'm looking at how I like this whole bunch down here, but what it's going to look like for my other piece. So do I want it that way? No, I want it. I'm going to just go right there. Now that I'm looking at this, I wish I would have cut this down just a little bit more, but I think that's good. I think it's going to be just fine. Okay, so this is my 4x4. It is now, what is that? A 2x4s. Two 2x4s, still great scraps. Okay, put that over there into the scrappy pile. All right, so I have that tag. I'm going to set it there for a minute so I don't forget what I'm doing. And then go ahead and cut this one, which is my 6x12. And this is the same thing. So since it's directional, this is going to create I'm working with this one to get this one and this one. Okay, so my width is going to be 5 1/4. And since it's directional, I got to decide where I want that. I think I want it over on this side, 5 1/4. So I'm going to cut it right here, 5 1/4. And then I turn it to do my 3 3/4. Where is it going to be? 3 3/4 right there. Yep, I like that. That has a nice look to it. Does it? Or does it do it this way? 3 3/4. You can tell I need a new blade. It's getting kind of fuzzy here, but all right. I'm gonna go. I actually liked it better this way. 3 3/4. So 3 3/4. Is anybody else that picky? I mean, I watch some people and they're just like, whoop, 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 but I'm being a little extra picky here. So that's my scrap. And then that's my card. I'll go ahead and just cut this down really quick so we can make sure I have this one done. My little tags. So I have these in here. If I clean my little track out, it'll help. So these are 3 1/2 tall. So 3 1/2. And I need 3 of them. So 3 1/2. I think I'm going to be happy with any place this lands. 3 1/2. And then I'm going to turn it this way though. As I say that, 3 1/2, and then, yeah, 3 1/2. There we go. And then there's a scrap. So then I have those pieces cut with that. And that one's done, and that one's, all of these 3 are done with that. And I just need to get my 4 1/4 by 3 1/4 tag. So again, I want to pay attention to my blossoms. I don't want to just have a bunch of stems on my card. And this one is a tag, so it's going to go up and down. And I really like that. I like that. I like that. Oh, I like that. I like that. Okay, like that. So 3 1/4 is wide. So let me do the 3 1/4 slice. That's 3 1/2, Sandra. 3 1/4 slice for the wide part. Yeah, that's pretty. 3 1/4. There's my scrap. And then by 4 1/4 tall. I feel like am I doing this right? This one always looks like it's too small, but it's not. It's not. It's. I'm doing it right. 4 1/4. There we go. And then scrap. Okay. And then I have my pieces right here to do my stuff with. All right. And then I'm gonna do the same thing with these ones. So let's just go ahead and get these ones cut down. All right, so again, we gotta do 3 of these at 3 1/2. So 3 1/2. 1, 2, and 3. This one's super easy. The same design. There's my scraps, and there's my little tag here. Okay, put that there. And then I'll do the same thing with this one. Might as well have it out. So 3 1/2. Oh, I don't do that. Okay, hold on. Back it up. I got flowers I'm looking at. So 3 1/2. 3 1/2. 3 1/2. And 3 1/2. All right, scraps. That's a super cute scrap. Okay, so now I have those done. that one I will set there. Now I need to take my paper and I need to cut it by this one. This is my 10 by 12. Cut this one down and this one down also to be a 6 by 12 and a 4 by 12. So 6 by 12 and a 4 by 12. 6 and 4 by 12. So do I want my tag? I feel like I have to pay attention here. Do I want these to go? Which way do I want them to go? Well, I think I already made the decision when I cut that 2 by thing. Okay, so I'll just go with it. So 6 by 12 here, this way. I can change the other ones, but my big tag is going to be this. So take this one and now cut it to the 8 mark. And, okay, this is the one I'm working on right now. So I have that one. And then I have, that's my scrap. I know that. This I'm going to be using in a minute. I'm going to take my other one, which is 10 by 12, and cut it down to a 4 by 12. And keeping in mind of where I want my large tag, what do I want on my large tag? Ooh, look at getting tricky here. Let's see, there's that side. Or there's this side. Oh gosh, I feel like, and then this, I think I'm going to go this way. So 4 by 12. Am I doing it? 4 by 12. I mean, 4 by 12. Yeah. 4 by 12 will be this sheet now. I'll take my 6 by 12 and put that over there. And then now I need to create my 8 by 4 tag. And I think I'm going to go this way. 8. Yeah. 8 by 4. So scrap. And then I have this tag ready to go there. Now I need to create my, well, I think I do this one next. It's the one I've been liking to do. Is my little journal card. So let's see. Journal card. And I think this one, I'm going to go ahead and flip these so that they go a different way. That means they would have to go this way, which is perfect. So this is going to be, if I want this like this, I need to do this. So this is wide is 5 1/4. Yeah, so I got to cut it this way. Am I doing it? It's still going to go this way. Okay. Okay. Well, it depends, right? So if I cut it by 4 or 3 3/4. No, just stop doing this. Wait, what am I doing? Stop! I can't. Let's start with this one this time, you say? This is where I need my friends to come and help me. I want it to go, I want these. Okay, so this tag is going like this. I want this tag to go like this. So we're going to go 3 1/4 wide. Let's just, I have another paper if I mess up. 3 1/4 wide. Let's just do the small tag first. 3 1/4 wide. This one here. So we'll go 3 1/4 wide. I think I'm doing this right. 3 1/4 wide, and then it's going to be 4 1/4 tall. 4 1/4 tall. And then that's scrap, and then there's my tag. So I have that. Those ones are put there, and then that one can go like that. There we go. Yes, I'm happy. I'm getting happier with this. So now I need this one. I have 2 that are going, the line's going one way. And I know they're going to be on different cards, but it's just one of those things. I want these, when I pull this out, it doesn't really matter, I guess, because this is a journal card. So I can quit being crazy. But there's no fun in that. Why stop being crazy when you don't have to? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's going to be, that's 6. I'm going to cut this at 3 3/4. Because it gives me the better scrap piece here, which, am I missing something? Oh, I think I'm going to go 5 1/4 because I'm like a little nervous. I don't know what I'm doing. 5 1/4. So we'll go 5 1/4 there, scrap. And then we'll take it to 3 3/4 this way. 3 3/4. There we go. Okay, scrap. And then I have this one. And then I have the floral. So yeah, let's do that little fun thing again. Let's just start with the 5 3/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/4 right there. And then we'll take that one and we will take to 3 3/4 there, like that. I like that. I think there's just no wrong way with these flowers right here. They're so pretty. So pretty. Now, did I do those the same size? I felt like I did something wrong. Nope, I did. I did it the right. I'm just so shocked. And I can cut this any way I want to. So, but I want to keep in mind that this is a tag and I want my flowers to go a certain way. Maybe. I don't know. I don't think it really matters. So if I want this like this there and this pink up there and the orange down there, maybe I'll do my wide first. So that's 3 1/4. 3 and that was 3 1/2, Sandra. 3 1/4 there. Okay. And then I want it to be 4 1/4. So how much am I going to chop off? A lot. I'm going to have all my oranges going to be gone. I don't want my orange to be gone. So let's just take some of it off. Let's just chop it there. We'll just keep going back and forth until we find the right spot. 4 1/4. You know what? I think that might make it because this is all going to be covered anyway. So let's just let it go. Let's just say goodbye. Goodbye to that. There. I just wanted orange and pink on the end. On orange. There we go. Now, this is a scrap, right? Is this a scrap? Yeah. Okay. There we go. Now, let's just get these all put together here. So we have these 3 pieces here, right, for the big chunks. We have these 3 pieces here. These pieces here. I have all my little pieces there. Am I missing somebody? This goes here. No, here they are, right here. Okay, I'm going to stick all of those aside for just a minute. I have the little guys right here, like this, and then this goes like this. Let's put them together. Which one did they go to? Oh, I can't put them together, my friends. I haven't glued it yet, but we can do it. We can do like a faux. I hadn't glued them together yet because I was indecisive about a few things. But now that I'm decisive. I just got to put this like, no. Oh, I did these backwards. That's what I did. Oh, geez. So, that's what I wanted to show you with this one. Okay, so this fold was supposed to be on that side, and I did it on this side. But then I thought, this is, it's all going to be fine because I can just put my pocket, this is going to be closed up. My pocket can be that way. But then this opens this way, right? So it would just open backwards. Is that okay? Is that okay with everybody? Because that's not going to be hidden. Or I could, what I can do is I can just do that and I can just change it that way. And then I just got to be mindful about my little slit there. Just don't make a deep cut. See this color, this thing changes color. Okay, let's just try that really quick. Okay, this video is going really long, so hold on one second. I'm going to pause this for a moment and I'll be right back. All right, my friends, sorry if there's a big chunk that's cut out of this video, but it went really long and I needed to finish my thought process with my friends here. So I decided to go ahead and make these backwards because this one was directional and I'd already cut it. And so it's just going to be one set that opens this way. It's not a big deal, right? I mean, nobody knows that it's a secret except for all of us. But however, when I went to go put everything in place, I realized, wait a minute, I grabbed 3 different sheets to put all the pieces together here. So now I got to figure out the combo on how to do it. I thought the best way to do it was to grab one that I already put together in the format that I liked. So I know that whatever is the tag right here is going to be the card right there. I know that whatever is going to be the tags right here for this one matched that. So that's not going to happen for this, right? So I have to ignore that. So this tag right here was just separate. So let me see. Let's see how it's going to look the best. I think no matter what combo I do, it's going to be fine. How about if we put like the little tags in? We'll put, oh Lord, first, okay, so what if I did that one and like that one and then this one, like really mix this up? Why not? No one's here to stop me. Okay, and then we can do this one because this is the one that's going to be, well, I put 2 of them in there. This is the one when you open the flap, like nothing's going to be on the same side, but all of these colors will be in there. Some, you know what I mean? Let's try that. Ooh, fancy, fancy. However, maybe this one will be in the middle of all of them. I mean, whoever guesses, they can mix it up however they want, but I think to start it off, maybe since there's only one solid, basically color, and the 2 colorful colors will go on the sides. Yeah. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you guys. Okay, so let's just do that. And then like that. And then the same thing over here. Scooching them down. I'm not even on the video. Oh my gosh. Go like that and like that. Okay, that part's done. Now, we know that I said I want the same one here and here. I think that'll still play nice. And then we need to get the big tag, right? So, big tag, who do you think you are? Just kidding. All right, let's see. I don't know. I'm thinking, scary. Maybe put this one here. And I'm going to be conscientious about where these little tags go so that, goodness gracious. When I set it up, when I put it together, I'm going to be conscientious about not putting the same tag that matches this tag up at the top, right? Okay. So that's why I went ahead, since I had that was already like that. I'm going to do that. That way it'll help separate that. Maybe. I don't know. It could be all in my head. And then I'll put this one over here. All right. That one's done. Now, these obviously will be whatever goes into these pockets will go into the other thing. So I think that one, I don't want to do that because it's there, right? So we know one's going to go there, and we know this one can't go there, so this one goes there, right? And then this one goes here. Oh, I'm really liking this. Okay, and then now, like I said before, we did with this one and this one. However, I feel like I've got a big tag, so the only other color I don't have over here would be this one. So maybe I'll put this one in here. Switch that up a little bit. Like, nothing's glued, but I'm trying to like stick it in there as if it is. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. So this one has that one and that one, but not this one. So this one will go in here, and then same thing here. Okay. Oh my gosh, that was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. That's going to be super gorgeous. So happy about the secret because that forced me to go a different way. I'm going to keep all of these like this. And I still have to do all the gluing. I'm going to do some inking just because there's some white edges. Also, I wanted to point out, like, my edges. Like, my folds aren't great. So these are all going to have some sort of something, lace edge or washi tape or both. But they're going to be something going on because I'm not digging that white edge. I did ink a lot on the darker ones and it covered it up some. But you can still, I don't know. It's still not, it's not the light in my eye that I want. So I'm going to put those over there. I'm gonna put these back together, and then anyways, I guess we're done at this point with these ones, and I guess I'll just continue working on these with you and on my own, and I will see you on the next video, my friends. I hope you enjoy all your moments. Bye.